Airbus is having a bit of a problem with its own aircraft as the number of jets awaiting engines before delivery is growing. The planemaker's CEO, during the half-yearly briefing, discussed the current outlook for its commercial aircraft programs, and one of the biggest takeaways was the very immediate challenge in delivering new airframes to airlines who are awaiting these planes and often receiving them already with hefty delays. It is how you go about lessening this. Airbus, however, says the number of aircraft that are technically completed but are awaiting only their engines is growing, leaving these planes grounded in many Airbus facilities before they can see their delivery facilitated. In fact, the manufacturer said the number of planes awaiting these engines has risen to some 60 units, which is quite a large figure and stems from Pratt & Whitney, who are going through their own engine crisis, but it is not limited to just them, with CFM International also being included in the past. The inability to put new engines on new aircraft means that Airbus's deliveries, among other reasons, have not thus far met their yearly targets that have been laid out. Airbus hopes to achieve 820 commercial aircraft deliveries in 2025, which actually does represent yet another increase from the figures in previous years, which the planemaker was also unable to reach due to the ongoing complicated operating climate. Requiring an almighty push for the remainder of 2025, Airbus will be up against it if it wishes to reach the 820 figure, already seeing its gap with Boeing reduce, bringing the two competitors closer than they have been in years, with the latter still seeing production restrictions imposed on its most important MAX program. Despite this and the many adversities facing the planemaker, they still have internal confidence they'll reach the 820 commercial aeroplane delivery figure, aided by strengthening relationships with engine manufacturers. Each airline's reaction to these engine challenges has been different. This largely is dependent on how much each airline relies on Airbus to power its fleet. For some, the continued delayed delivery of new commercial planes has hampered not just growth, but also seen renewal take a massive hit as the transition towards newer planes could not occur at the intended pace. While these carriers would be grateful they still have capacity in older aircraft, the adverse effect of the longer this is drawn out starts to take shape on a more profound level. This is why across the industry, more airlines have begun seeking compensation from plane makers in the last 18 months for the delayed delivery of planes, helping to alleviate the financial ramifications from the fleet struggles. Whether it has been Wizz Air with grounded A321neo jets, delayed aircraft, or over at Spirit Airlines, even JetBlue, the continued engine crisis has rampaged through the industry, affecting airlines of all sizes and geographical positioning. How airlines have combated the lack of available aircraft has also varied, turning to the leasing market for short-term fixes, slowed down growth such as at United Airlines, or in a worst-case scenario, simply taken the financial hit the delays have caused. Delta has been one of the more major airlines responding to ongoing shortages in the last few weeks, and why I strictly centre this focus now on Delta is because they've adopted a different manner to what other companies have, and certainly you'd say maybe on the more extreme side. Reporting in mid-July shared by Bloomberg revealed the company was cannibalizing its undelivered Airbus aircraft, stripping available aircraft of engines and shipping them back to the United States. These working engines are then transported to the US, where once they are formally in Delta's hands, they are applied to aircraft that have already been delivered, but the key angle here is these are the ones that have been grounded because of the entire Pratt & Whitney saga. For Delta, they're positioning their existing aircraft as the situation is rather a lose-lose, with either existing aircraft remaining grounded or the delivery of new planes being impacted because of a lack of available engines. Let me know your thoughts on the figure continuing to rise at Airbus, how you see the next few months panning out, and what this means for airlines who are continuously awaiting the delivery of their new planes. Thanks for watching, take care, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
And we'll fly.